So it's Monday morning, and it's about 9:15, and I'm at Ardtornish house, up sort of like northwest from me. And this is the first day of a week-long retreat with the artist India Flint. Now, India has come from Australia to teach a class called the selkie shawl, and there are 12 of us gathered here in this mansion just to soak it all in, to get away from the everyday bits of life and just to have time to mix and to be creative and things. So we arrived yesterday. I drove up with 3 other women, and we kind of like drove up ahead of the storms. So we got across on the ferry and it was fine. There was even actually a little bit of blue sky at that point, but behind us there were these terrible gusty storms came in, and we were all sort of like in the living room, hearing the wind howl and howl and howl down the chimney. But today it's calm and it's nice and it's warm, and I'm really looking forward to the week. And by a fluke, the fluke being that I had been saving up the money for this, and then as soon as I got the payment request, I paid it over. So I was the first person to pay in full. I have got the bridal suite of this house. And my goodness, it's amazing. The ceiling, and I'm sleeping in a 4-poster bed with curtains and carvings and painted lions and things. And it's really quite amazing. And then I have these wonderful views right over the bay. And yesterday, you know, you could see all of the trees were swaying like this and the waves were really high. And then today, it's just all beautiful and calm. So I am also trying to be very beautiful and calm and have a cup of turmeric tea before I head down with my bag of craft supplies to get on with the day. And I will show you later how I get on. What I'm trying to give an idea about in this video is what it is like to come to a workshop with India Flint in a remote part of Scotland, staying in a mansion with a group of people, eating together, stitching together, spending lots of time together. And what I'm not wanting to do is to risk infringing India's intellectual copyright. So all of the images that I'm going to show, they're not in any particular order. It's really to give an idea of just the joy of experimentation that goes in these classes. Do not take these as any kind of this is what you would come and this is what you would do. We are making the kind of shawl that a selkie, who is a seal woman, would wear as she comes out of the sea. That is the inspiration for this particular workshop. And it's very interesting because we don't have any idea of all of the steps of the project. It is just a kind of a mystery tour, really, a bit like one of those knit-alongs that you get the clues for and you're not quite sure how the whole thing is going to get things. So on the first day, we have just been stitching wool and silk onto a gauze backing, adding in sort of stitched details and trying to work out quite how this is going to turn into a shawl. So already we are on Thursday, which is day 4. So we just have today and tomorrow. And the reason that I didn't get on here yesterday was it was full on. We were stitching, and then when we had finished our kind of long piece of fabric, which is becoming a shawl or a scarf, we took it down to the beach, and there it's just all seaweed and reeds and rock pools and barnacles, and it's beautiful. And there we felted our scarves by batting them on rocks and kneading them and sort of getting lots of water and friction so that the layers in our shibori felting all held together. And then we brought them back and we hung them up in the drying room to dry. And today we have been doing more stitching, and we've got little panels. And again, we are going down to the water side, next to the boathouse, and we don't know what we're doing with them, but it's not going to involve water seemingly. So I'm very intrigued and rather excited, because the thing is that the way that this whole course is structured, the way that India Flint works, is that you're slightly wrong-footed the whole time, and it just makes you more adventurous, because you know there's a bit of it that you're uncertain what you're actually doing, even what the surface that you're working on, what shape it's going to be, or whether it's going to be cut up or destroyed in some way to transform it into something else. It's like working on a chrysalis, really. And I find that very exciting, and it has been quite a challenge to me, but also very, very freeing. So anyway, it's now time for me to get my wellies on and pick up my bits of fabric and head down to that boathouse. I'll let you know what we do. And I can't believe that here we are on the last day. So it's Friday morning, it is 9:15, and we are about to go out for a bit of an adventure, driving along the coast to what I'm told, beautiful beach, black sand beach with shells and so on. And we're going to take the felt bags that we made yesterday and full them there, I think. Things aren't always exactly as I have it in my head that we're going to do. Usually they are much more exciting. But anyway, I'll take my camera along so you can see where we go. So here I am back again wearing my beautiful scarf, which is still very much unfinished. There's a lot of embroidery to do, there's a lot of kind of turning bits and embellishing and beading and things, but I can do all of that at home. And I'm delighted with it, really, really delighted with it, and I had such a good time. But I wanted to finish up here by just talking about my fears for the week, which turned out to be unfounded. And I think it's kind of like, it's been a great lesson to me. So I was really, really worried before I went off on this workshop, because I know that mixing with lots of people tires me out. I know that concentrating for any length of time can tire me out, and that being in a new place and traveling and all of these kinds of things just sap my energy. And I know that the way that I pace my days and the way that I pace my life is unusual. And I was worried that I would be the kind of odd person in this group who was just a little bit pathetic, a little bit lazy. And what I would say is that yes, the travelling was exhausting. The sitting doing things tired me out. Meeting new people and chatting was just as tiring as I thought it would be. And I ended up having a nap every afternoon for half an hour. I ended up going to bed pretty much straight after tea and sleeping, so I was usually late for breakfast. But none of that mattered at all. Most people, I suspect, didn't really notice. So all of my feelings about being the person who was letting the side down or the person who was bunking off were completely unfounded. And secondly, I would say that having spoken to everybody on the course, everybody was there with their own thing, in the way that everybody going through life is there with their own thing. So, would I do another week-long residential, pretty full-on course? Yes, I would. Would I worry about it in advance? Probably. Would I come back thinking, oh my, that was such good fun and it's changed the way that I see so many things? Probably. I would definitely do it again. And I want to say at this point a massive thank you to India Flint and also to Freda, who did all of the organising, and to the 11 other amazing women who were on the course. I feel that I've suddenly got a whole load of new friends. And to Violette, who sustained us all with the most delicious but also nutritious food for the week. And to the staff at Ardtornish Estate, which is surely one of the most magical places in the world. So I am going to say goodbye, and if you get the chance to do a workshop with India, I would say run to get that chance. Absolutely run, because she is just a fantastic teacher. And I am delighted with my scarf. Bye bye.